You bugger Bob. What's up? Sparty here. Today gonna teach you how to make CNBMinecraft's rail station, but on Xbox 360. How to get it to work, because a lot of people were confused as to how to actually get it working. But first off, what this is a line selector with lights and sounds. It's very resource heavy, as you can imagine, and it will take you wherever you want. Comes with a reset as well, dual reset, either a button push or as you leave the station it will reset. Let's just do a little loop. So what you do is pick your destination, get in your minecart, press go, and it will send you where you want. Basically we've just looped round to the arrivals. So say we want to go to Sparta Mountain, my castle in the side of a mountain, and away you go. Hello everyone, and this is your essential setup for your minecart station. Bit rough admittedly, but we'll get to filling it in. Basically we're reversing everything that CNB did. So you leave or depart on the right hand side and you arrive or come back on the left. This first one will be your reset line, and then you can have as many tracks going off to the side as you want. This is how you need to set it up. You have your line, reset, 1, 2, 3, 4. Literally you can go as far as you want. This will repeat as much as you want. I have a crazy one that is 38 on a different creative world. Pretty much we've got to set up an RS NOR latch off of each switch. What you do, place a torch, put down a repeater going away from that torch, block, dust. If you look right at the edge you get the outline to place a block and a torch on top. Notice that gets turned off, and then we want a dust in there for our button on the other side. Your signal will be coming out of this block to the track. So when you press your button, essentially what happens is this turns on, turns this off, and loops back. But we'll get back to what the rest is for in a second. What you need to do is copy what I just did, so torch, repeater facing away from it, block, dust, block, torch, dust. You can have as many going down, but just make sure you leave your little end on the end. Next, what you want to do is come to the front on every single one of these, button, space, torch. You don't need to put these signs in, you can do that when you figure out where they're going, but every single one of these, button, space, torch, as many lines as you've got. Next, what we want to do is get our reset line set up, go to the middle, place a block, at the bottom, torch, and on top of that block, dust. Basically it's going to signal for your light to flash on and off. That's to signal that charge has gone down it and it's going to reset the line. And now we'll get the sounds on the go. Next, to get our note blocks in, what you need to do is, as you look at the main circuit, on the left hand side of every NOR latch you built, place another lamp on every single line, and then on top of each of them lamps, note block, and note block. Left trigger if you want to adjust the tune, and because there's basically air underneath it, they're all the piano, which is quite nice. And next, to get our lights on the go, what you want to do on each of your lines, place a block so you're covering the first torch on the NOR latch that we did, torch on top of the block, redstone, go into the torch out the front, and you do that for every single line you've got, so that you get your inverted signal going when we eventually reset it. Next, what we need to do is get our reset line travelling through our circuit, so that when you activate it, it resets the lamps and the notes and everything for us. What you need to do is at each of your latches again, look at the top of the dust, place a block which will go above, look at the side, place a block, and then on top of that, repeater facing away from the master reset line. So you do that again for as many as you have, and then what we need to do is get the reset signal itself running through. So we have a torch, then we need a block on the same level but in front with a repeater facing that way, and on top of that a note block. Get rid of that block underneath, and all of these repeaters need to be on full delay. So once you've got them set up, all to 4 ticks, and this one as it is. And next we're going to get ready to lay our track, but what we need to do first is place one dust coming off the back of each of these latches, and then one away from them. Just loop it up all the way from your departures to your arrivals, and on every track have it coming off. And now we're ready to lay our rails. It's not easy to say. And so, starting from this back corner or near your last track, what you want to do is put one normal rail on every track going out, leave the corner, power rail, normal rail, power rail, normal rail, power rail, normal rail, power rail. Then when you're at your reset line, detector rail, power rail, normal rail on each corner, 1, 2, 3, 4 power rails, either end, 1, 2, 3, 4, normal, normal, same the other side, normal, normal, one more for your arrivals with a power at the end, and then this one, power, power, and you are virtually done. I'm just going to show you how to set up this reset quickly. What you need to do is place a torch and a block and a torch. As you see, it inverts. When a cart passes over this, it will send our signal down the line. Last part of the rails, what we want to do is, under these powered sections, dig one under, place a block, if you like, cover it back up so that powers. Do that for every single one of these sections. Don't need to do this one because it will get powered by the detector rail. And just keep doing that for as many tracks as you've got, and I'll see you in a second. Two last bits we want to do on your departures is add a button, 2 blocks out, 2 blocks up, button on there, which is stupid to have a wood one because you can't really see it onward. Let's use a stone one instead, that's better. And pop a redstone there. So press, power, gone. And on the other side, this is where you arrive. Now again, this is personal preference, but what I like to do is have them slanty. Mainly for looks, but I don't know, I just like it. And that is it. You are good to go. Your reset's wired in. All your lines, even if you have them all, which is pointless, will work. So let's do a very quick loop. Make sure it's all correct. And we arrive. Wonderful. And let's end up at line 2. In the cart, push a button. Bosh. Ah! The mirror image. This is very, very, very susceptible to the north-south quirk. If you don't know what that is, basically it messes up every piece of redstone. And you see this track in front of me? Made exactly the same way as CNB made it. And it doesn't work for us. It will not work. But if you set it up with your reset line the same side as the PC need it, and have your lines going to the left, this would be perfect. The reason this works is because these turn, and then when we power it, it tells you to go down that track. That is how we get it every single way. So unless you know which is north, south, east and west, you may have a little bit of an issue. But not a major one. You can just slightly adjust your design. But this is how we need it working on the Xbox 360. CNBMinecraft design working just by inverting the entire circuit. And the very final thing you need to do is just cover it up. Don't worry about cutting these off because the power will come through with the old repeaters from the NOR latches. CNB used it, and in honour of him I shall be using the glass. And if you watched my episode 1 of my Let's Play, you will know that I like my redstone projects to be viewed and viewable, so I encase most of the things I build in glass. Not exactly creeper proof, but I figure you spend that much time making the things, why not show them off? One very quick note about covering it up: make sure you do not put blocks directly above the note blocks because they will not play anything. What's the point in building something that is outstanding when no one can actually see it? And you tell them how complicated it is and they have absolutely no reason to believe you. Why should they? So what you do is just cover it, have your tracks coming out as far as you need. Cover it, cover it, cover it, cover it, cover it. Well, with these slanty ones, put a block, stops you shooting off the end, makes it look pretty. And you've seen how they can look by the one from the intro, with Bob kindly destroying it for me. Fully working track. Exactly the same as the one around the corner, few extra lines, but you can just repeat and repeat and repeat as much as you need. Oh, we're off to ride the rails, the wonderful rails of Sparta. Oh, this is not Sparta. So, thank you very much. I hope this helps. CNB is the instigator, originator and all-round super duper master that created the whole design, and without him I would not have spent ages toiling over how to get this to work. And yes, I crazily built this station. I believe it's 38 tracks long. So may you have fun riding your rails around your own world. Sparty, and I'll see you again next time.